Alright guys, it's time for Evilswarms, otherwise known as the STD of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my god.
YugiNoNo!
King Prepare! Alright guys, I'm really excited to show you this deck profile. Even though a lot of people hate Evilswarms, I actually love playing the deck. And the only reason why I say it's an STD is not only because people hate it, but because of the lore behind Evilswarms in the dual terminal. And this deck profile right here is more or less what I'm going to be playing if Evilswarms become a viable anti-meta option. So anyways, starting the deck profile off, of course you start just like any Evilswarm deck does by playing 3 Evilswarm Caster, which is your double normal summon, and then you play 3 copies of pretty much the best card in the deck, Evilswarm Kirkion. These 2 cards, guys, are just amazing and have been amazing since they came out. And then to wrap up the last of the standard 10 monsters that every Evilswarm deck plays, you play 3 Evilswarm Heliotrope. Of course, this is your vanilla, your big guy, and of course your rescue rabbit. And these are the 10 Evilswarms that every single Evilswarm that pretty much has ever existed has always played.
No way.
And there's a reason behind that. It's because this lineup right here is the core of the deck. It is the best way you could build Evilswarms. And I would say the rest of the cards that you add to the deck depend on the format. Like for example, I am playing 2 copies of Mandragora over Thunderbird. In the past I have played Thunderbird, I've played Mandragora. I keep going back and forth, but I'm liking Mandragora a little bit better right now. To the spells, I'm playing 3 copies of Unexpected Die because this card is the best way right now to turbo Ophion onto the field.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
And the reason why is because this card says if you control no monsters, special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck. And of course your target is Heliotrope. So Unexpected Die really helps with the deck to turbo Ophion onto the field. The only thing bad about Unexpected Die is that sometimes you have roadkill in the deck, but even then it's totally worth it to lock out your opponent. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army to search out Caster, of course. And then for the draw engine of the deck, I'm playing 3 Pot of Desires. This card has been a huge cause of debate in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, but I found that in Evilswarms it is totally kick-ass. Because using this card you can literally make Ophion, set 5, and pass. And not only that, if you need to search for an Evilswarm caster, there's nothing else really in the game besides Rhoda right now that'll search for a caster, so having Pot of Desires really helps the deck go. And then I'm playing 2 Infestation Pandemic, which is your massive Forbidden Lance for Evilswarms, and for the last 2 spells I'm playing 1 Dim Fisher and 1 Upstart Goblin. Upstart Goblin is just a space in the deck, of course, but Dimensional Fisher really hurts stuff like Metaphor Yang Zing, which is soon to be meta, as well as PK Fire and anything else that uses the graveyard. Dimensional Fisher is just an amazing floodgate and really always has been. And then on to the traps, I'm playing the Trap Hole Brigade, 3 Time Space Trap Hole and 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. And once again, I'm having to proxy cards because I sold my strikes when they went up in price, plus they're getting probably reprinted anyways, I think. But I'm playing the whole Solemn Brigade, guys, the 3 strike and the 1 warning. And for the rest of the traps, I'm playing 2 Drowning Mere Force, which is only really good if you kind of draw into a bunch of traps instead of your monsters, but nevertheless, this card is amazing. Being able to spin all of your opponent's monsters back into their deck is so good.
That's not funny!
And then I'm playing 1 copy of Torrential Tribute because this card is getting better, guys. It really is. And of course, if you combine this with Dimensional Fisher or Macrocosmos, it's really broken. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Infection just to be able to search Evilswarms. And then for Floodgates, I'm playing 3 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance because Pendulums are going to be more of a thing. They're going to be more relevant in the meta. Not to mention Blue Eyes plays a lot of spells. So being able to just lock all of that crap out is totally fantastic.
No, God!
And for the last 2 Floodgates, I'm playing Macrocosmos, of course, like I was talking about a minute ago, and Vanity's Emptiness. And onto the extra deck, I'm playing, of course, 3 copies of Ophion because in this build, I feel like 3 copies of Ophion is more necessary, just like your more old school anti-meta builds. And I'm playing 1 copy of Bahamut, which is like the big eye of the deck. It's really good still. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Key Beetle and 1 Steel Swarm Roach. And then for the obvious staples, I'm playing 1 Castell, 1 Wolf, 1 Dweller, and 1 Cowboy. And then since you're playing the Trap Holes, I'm playing 1 Rafflesia, of course. And then to out all the big stuff, I am playing Utopia, the Prime, and the Lightning. And for the last card in the extra deck, I'm teching in a Stardust Dragon because I am siding the Starlight Road for stuff like Twin Twisters and really just about anything else that is just mass destruction. And I'm gonna go over the side deck real quick, but keep in mind that the new format hasn't really started, so this is completely subject to change. I'm just gonna show you more or less what I'm siding online right now. And I'm citing 2 Necro Valley, 3 MST, the Starlight Road I was talking about a second ago. I'm citing 3 Light Imprisoning Mirrors, 3 Imperial Iron Walls, and 3 Mask of Astrix for Monarchs. But yeah, guys, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, if Evilswarms become a viable anti-meta option, this is more or less what I'm going to be playing. And with the way the format has been shaping up, with Blue Eyes and Yang Zing being meta, and Psyframes being a pretty decent deck, and all of those decks in general just having to summon high-level monsters in order to win, Ophion, of course, will always be there to shut those decks down. But yeah, guys, I would love to know what you think about this video down in the comment section. And as always, if you like this video, then dick slap that like button and subscribe.
Subscribe.